The U.S. presidential race is heading to a photo finish as final polls show both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump locked in a neck-and-neck battle. The latest polls show changes in the competition, but the difference between the two contestants that remains within the margin of error by the pollsters, setting up an interesting and intensifying competition and also an unpredictable outcome. The final national poll by NBC News finds both Trump and Harris locked at 49% support each, with 2% people still unsure of their choice. A Reuters Ipsos poll shows a similar trend, with Harris leading Trump by just a single percentage point, which is 44% compared to 43% for Trump. However, an Atlanta poll shows a different trend, with former President Donald Trump leading with a 49% support compared to Democratic contestant Kamala Harris, who is at 47.2%. However, the margin between both the contestants is extremely narrow. Coming to the 7 battleground states that are likely to decide the winner. The final set of the polls by the New York Times and Siena College finds Harris showing new strength in North Carolina and Georgia as Trump erases her lead in Pennsylvania and maintains his advantage in Arizona as well. However, the survey found Trump leading in all swing states, including Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. The survey conducted on first 2 days of November, it included nearly 2,500 likely voters, with a majority identifying as female. Now, while the election day is on Tuesday, over 77 million people have already voted, with nearly 48 hours to go for the day. The figure amounts to just over half of the total ballots cast in 2020. Now, with the unprecedented early voting numbers, Republican presidential contestant Donald Trump has doubled down Sunday on his predictions of voter fraud in the battleground states.
Paper ballots, you ought to go to voter ID. But you ought to damn well go to paper ballots, you ought to go to voter ID. And you ought to have the election over by 9 o'clock. I'm hearing now they're going to take weeks. Can you imagine? They spend all this money on machines, and they're going to say, we may take an extra 12 days to determine. And what do you think happens during that 12 days? What do you think happens?
And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani sent us this report from Times Square in New York. Take a look.
As the 2024 presidential race comes to a close, the final New York Times Siena poll reveals a virtual tie between Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. The 7 key battleground states are split, with Harris slightly ahead in Georgia, Nevada, North Carolina, and Wisconsin, while Trump has a narrow lead in Arizona and Michigan. Pennsylvania remains deadlocked. Notably, Harris has gained support among young and Black Hispanic voters, while Donald Trump has made inroads with white voters without a college degree. Nonetheless, it's safe to say it's anyone's game come November 5th. And we'll be following up with all of the latest and bringing you all of the latest on WION. I'm Susan Tehrani, in the heart of New York City's Times Square for WION, with video journalist Niraj Patel.